Okay, so I'm gonna be teaching. Hopefully you can see the screen, but I'm gonna be explaining the note on drawing polymers and also what addition and condensation polymers are. So basically, just to start off, a polymer is a molecule of large molar mass that consists of many repeating subunits called monomers. And what a monomer is, it's a molecule of a relatively low molar mass that is linked with other similar molecules to form a polymer. Now, if that sounds confusing to you, it will get explained more later. The fancy words are kind of just to throw you off a little bit. It's very simple, actually, once you understand it. And this is a process called polymerization. So first we're going to talk about addition polymers. This is definitely the easier one of the two. It's the process of forming a polymer by the addition of a monomer unit to one another without the loss of any similar molecules. So basically, first we're going to do the formation of polyethylene. So this is used in plastic bags, toys, bottles, and electrical installations. So basically what you do is they're going to give you a monomer, and basically once you add two of them together, it's going to turn into something like this. So basically, because they are bonded together and it is continuous, you're going to drop the double, as you can see right here, the double bond, and it's going to become a single bond over here, and it's going to repeat. So that's what this means right here. So you have to do just one link of this. So this would be one link because you're adding these two together. And then this means it continues, and the end means it continues on for an infinite amount, or as many as you have, really. And it's formed by O2, heat, and pressure, which you don't really, that doesn't really matter that much, but you just kind of have to know that, but you don't have to know it for each one. It's all really the same. Basically, that's the gist of how you draw it. You just kind of draw these two together, and you drop the double bond, and then draw these things to make it continue. So we're just going to keep going. This is a poly, it's vinyl chloride, or PVC, as some may know it. And you can also draw it like this. Is another way to draw it. It's a little bit simpler, but basically, when you have something like chlorine, and also the monomers have to be the same, so they can't be like different stuff for addition. And basically, so same thing here, but with the chlorine, you just have to add it to the same bottom right. And if you were to draw it like the other way, you would just add it again over here, and then connect it to a C and H, and then a H, and then a Cl. And then have the N for how many times you repeat it. So this is this is called polyesterine. This has actually a bromine ring. And basically, or benzene ring, sorry. This is another simple one. You just have to add the benzene ring into it and then repeat it. So you have to draw these brackets, add the benzene ring, and I feel like it can really go anywhere. It really doesn't matter where you put it. Just add the repeating number and this and the line going out through it. So then for rubber, this is actually another one. This one looks a little bit harder, but really follows the same principle. And basically, the only thing that is different about this, and you might think is weird, is you have to drop this double bond here before, because basically when you're adding them together, this has another link over here, so it can't have this double bond because it has two hydrogens on it, and it's connected to another CH2. So you have to drop both of these double bonds, but you can keep this one in the middle because it's in the middle and it's not connected. Oh no, you can't keep, wait, yeah. Okay, so you add that one in the middle. I'm not sure why there isn't one in the middle there. Hold up, bro. You basically, you add that one in the middle because you're dropping this double bond, so it needs to have one more bond, because if that double bond was lost, there would only be 3 bonds, and carbon has 4 things to give up, so it needs another. So that's basically addition, pretty simple. And then condensation polymerization. It's a process of forming a polymer with the removal of some small molecule when the monomers are linked. Now, we only do it with H2O, I believe. So it is pretty simple. Basically, you're going to see on the end that there is a HO, and an OH, HO, and an OH. And basically what those are going to form is H2O. So what you have to do is to repeat it, because you have to take off an H and an OH, and then between this you have to take off an H and an HO, so they can actually repeat and also link together. As you can see, these actually kind of link together, so that's why you need it, because you need to have the O there so it can bond, because the O can only bond to two things, so you can't have these together. So basically you drop these and then leave an O in the space where it's connecting, and then draw your infinite things or your number. And then the reason why it is OH over here is because you want the chain to continue, and hydrogen can only bond to one thing, so when it's removed you need to add the O on the ends, which can bond to two, which continues the chain. And basically with your remaining molecules you just add an H2O with an N because it's repeating. And now dacron, another one. Don't let the benzene ring kind of throw you off. It's still the same principle and it's pretty simple. So drop this H and H2O and HO, and it really doesn't matter. You could take off this OH and this H. All you need to do is just have that O in between. And then the same thing over here. You just have to have this O so it can repeat on that way, and these can link together. And basically just add the H2O. It's pretty simple. Everything stays the same within. So just add the benzene ring and the double bonded oxygens to it. And that is the formation of dacron, which is used in clothing fabrics. And that is basically it for condensation and addition. It's very simple, and I think doing the worksheet, it will really give you some insight into what more about it.